I'm so done with reaction videos, if I'm being honest. I don't respect them all that much. Look, I don't think that they're all that bad, okay? I think that reaction videos, when it comes to certain things, like if you make a reaction video of an entire movie and you edit through that thing to make the most entertaining video possible, then that's like, kudos to you. That's cool. That's like hard work done right there. And I enjoy watching a lot of those videos from like channels like Pretty Much It and stuff like that. Like that stuff can be fun. But for the most part, when it comes to just the trailer reactions, like 90% of them feel very lazy to me. I don't want to like shit on anyone who's making these sorts of things and stuff, and I think there are good ones out there. I really do. And people that, you know, really know their stuff and tell you some informative things or really give you a very real, authentic feeling reaction and all that kind of stuff. I sort of understand that. But for the most part, I really just don't like them, and I usually don't end up respecting reaction, you know, movie trailer reaction videos. And you can call me a hypocrite as well, because I've even tried them myself. Because I knew that they were popular. I knew as a concept that trailer reaction videos get views. So, you know, I lent my hand in as well, and I tried to kind of get the hype off of that as well. And I fabricated some excitement as I did, of course. You know, when I did these videos, you know, I didn't fake my thoughts or anything, but just in general, in a natural on-camera sense of the word, I of course played up a bit of what I would say and how I would say it. Much like how I've appeared in every single video I've ever made, including right now. Because you guys, you know, you never really see the true, natural me. Anytime I've been on camera to shoot a video ever in my life, I've of course played up my personality, including right now. It's literally impossible not to. I'm not saying that this isn't me. I'm not saying that I'm lying about my thoughts, and I'm not saying that I wasn't excited about the movies that I did those trailer reactions for. But I am saying that having energy on camera is a constant and deliberate choice. You can't help it. Just knowing that the camera is there recording will affect your behavior, whether you're even doing that intentionally or not. And so even the most authentic creators out there, and even the people you really truly believe in the most, and people who give you personal details and tell you stories about their lives in their videos, even those people, to an extent, are at least fabricating a little bit about who they are. You know, they are depicting a fictitious version of themselves, much like I am just here. You just can't not. To succeed here on this site, you always need to have an opinion, and you always need to have something to say, and you always need to have an idea and to stand out and to be interesting and to be entertaining. All these sorts of things, all these sorts of challenges and milestones and steps that you have to take. And it's all part of standing in front of a camera and kind of, to an extent, faking who you are, just a little bit. Like, I tell you my true thoughts, and I tell you everything that is really coming from me, coming from this brain, but this isn't a natural state. Like, I'm reading a script right here for the most part. Like, you know, you jump off back and forth a little bit, but like, to an extent, this ain't just the natural me, you know, and it never really is for anybody who speaks about anything on websites like these. It just can't be. And so when I did do those few trailer reaction videos that I did in the past, I had to have an opinion, you know, on every single moment. Otherwise, what was the point of even filming it to begin with? I had to say something pretty much at all times. I had to try and, you know, stand out. I had to try and be unique. I had to try and be entertaining. Like, in reality, if I had just watched the trailers in those videos as I would in reality in my actual life, I would have been pretty silent the entire time. You know, I wouldn't have really said all that much. I might have acknowledged some stuff in my head and been like, that's a thing, but I probably wouldn't say it out loud, you know? And I also, like, you know, the most like bombastic, the most like out there that I probably would have gotten in a true natural trailer reaction type of video would be, if I was being completely 100% honest, I probably would have done one of these. When something funny happened. You know, you blow some air out your nose and stuff. When something slightly funny happens, that's probably about all that I would have really done if I wasn't trying to make good content while I was doing it, you know what I mean? And I think that every single person who's ever blown up from a reaction video, and every single person who screams audibly and reacts and comments throughout them in response to a movie trailer would be exactly the same if they weren't recording themselves. Every single one. Anyone that you've ever watched doing one of these kinds of things are fake. They're faking it. You know, trailer reactions are for fans to gain up hype, and they are absolutely fundamentally not natural. They're fake, they're fabricated. But there's nothing wrong with that. either. I want to point out this important distinction here. I want to point out that the people doing these things, the people themselves aren't fake. I'm not accusing everybody of being huge pieces of shit because they made a reaction video or whatever. Fuck, if anything, I respect the hustle. You know, I get it. They get views and you got to do what you got to do on this site. You know, it's relevant and popular and it's still talking about movies and hyping up stuff that I care about. So I kind of really respect that, and props to anyone who makes this shit work in the least lazy way possible. That's honestly really cool. I don't think that reaction videos about movie trailers are evil. And I don't think that people who make them are liars or are cheating the algorithm system or are doing anything wrong at all. But I do think that the reactions to a degree are always fake. Whether excited or not, people don't normally scream or laugh, you know, quite so energetically, or open their eyes quite as much, like quite as wide as they often do in these sorts of videos. I think reaction videos are fine and good, but I also don't really get the appeal to them. I guess the selling point is to share the experience of watching somebody watching something for the first time and documenting an authentic moment. And I guess to an extent that I do get that. And if you're into that, that's all good. It's adjacent to my interest, but it's also a little bit like ASMR videos, you know? I know they're hugely popular, but they're also just absolutely, they aren't for me. It's a bit like that. Reaction videos have never really appealed to me in the same way that streaming, like live streams, don't really appeal to me either. And making reaction videos themselves always feels like such bullshit when I make them. Like, I don't know. I don't like reaction videos, watching or making them, and I'm never ever doing one ever again, I promise, okay?